a biblical perspective on life, culture and current events. This is 2020 on Vision.
Talking to a friend now. My guest is Biddle. He's from Faith Media, and his job is to connect people across Australia, New Zealand and the Pacific Islands with Christian films and music. I can't think of a better job to do that sounds really fun. He's just got to sit around all day, sipping a drink, watching movies. Is that what you do, Bill?
Yeah, pretty much, Wendy. I recline sometimes too while I'm doing it. So.
Okay. I'm going to tell you. You wish. Christian movies have changed so much from my youth. When, at times, I've got to say, Christian movies were a little bit cringy. Is that a word that everyone understands? It's a bit cringy, but no longer. Yeah. The movies today are hitting the big cinemas. We go and watch them in the big cinemas, and surprisingly, I think it's because all the Christians go and support it. But if you go to a secular movie, just a non-Christian movie, Peter and I can be the only two in the whole theatre, because we do choose. We're pretty selective with our movies, and probably they're not the big popular ones. But if we go to a Christian movie, we're always there with people, other people, and people we know often too, and so they're very big, and they are. Because I think Christians support them, they often even outlive other mainstream secular flicks. So the professionalism compared to my younger years is just like night and day. I was joking with Bill off camera about one movie that I remember. It was Thief in the Night, and he's too young to even remember it, but it certainly gave nightmares to my family for a long time. Listeners, I'm sure, will remember Thief in the Night. But Bill, my first question to you, I'm going to stop raving now and get to the conversation. What do we class as a faith-based movie? Because some of the movies that I've gone to that you've promoted, and you're promoting faith-based movies, they're not necessarily, they come with a redemptive message. I'm going to say that. They come with a redemptive message, but not all of them are out-and-out Christian. Like, I'm thinking Mum's Night Out, for instance. Great movie. Mm-hmm. Really funny, came out with a good feel, came out feeling just grateful to God for life, I guess. So what is a faith-based movie? Is it a movie made by Christians? Is it a movie marketed towards Christians? Or is it just any movie with a redemptive sort of message?
Yeah, great. So for us, we distributed Mum's Night Out. We distributed another movie last year called Ordinary Angels, which was very light faith message. But really what we've realised when we've done those films is our heart for what we're doing is to work with films that have a clear message on maybe not a salvation message, but a message that encourages people in their walk with Jesus. So something that helps them is with their walk with Jesus is what we're looking for. So some people have different definitions, but for us, we realize that our lane, our path is we want people to be encouraged with their walk with Jesus and to be able to encourage others. So that's what we're looking for with these titles. Even some of the studios that we work with in the US, they've started to move the same way. They were doing films that had a little bit of faith in them, but now they're really wanting to step into that faith space because they know that that's what encourages people more. Love
it. And they've done so well. So we recently went to Light of the World, which is an animated movie. And kids definitely would have enjoyed it, but Peter and I enjoyed it as well. I think one of the things that I found out afterwards, because I did a little bit of research on it, was that one of the people who are, behind these sort of movies, his name was Tom Bancroft. He was, he's responsible for other animated movies like Aladdin, Mulan, those sort of amazing secular movies. So when we go and see something Light of the World, for instance, we're talking about something that's done at the same level as Aladdin.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's the quality, like you said, has changed significantly. The other side of that as well, when we started putting films into cinemas, we started with a film called Courageous from the Kendrick brothers. And there was a theatre chain in Australia that told us that it was not viable to put faith films into cinemas back then. And so that narrative from the cinema side has also changed significantly to Light of the World. Hoyt's put it in every cinema they had in Australia and New Zealand for us. The arms from these exhibitors has opened up as well as the quality of these faith films has increased, which is amazing.
It is amazing because we went and saw Courageous. We've seen all of those Kendrick movies, those Fireproof, War Room, Overcomer, I'm thinking off the top of my head. So they're those amazing movies. So we went and saw Courageous, and we did choose to go and see it in the picture theatre too, because we want to encourage picture theatres to keep doing this. So I think, bottoms on seats, for want of a better word, is really important in these movies. But what struck me when we went and saw something like Courageous is that people don't necessarily plan what they're going to go and see. So they rock up at the picture theatre, and particularly parents or local families, they rock up at the picture theatre, and you're looking at the pictures and you're seeing R+, MA 15+, and you're seeing rude pictures and violent pictures, and then all of a sudden you see this one, Courageous, and it looks like, and it's PG or whatever, and you think, oh, well, how wrong can it be? Where it's at Hoyt's, it must be good. And they go and see a movie that's going to actually really challenge their worldview. And that can happen accidentally, can't it?
Absolutely. And, I get no greater joy than to think that in 150 cinemas around the country, the Case for Christ has been advertised, or Jesus Revolution, or, things that are directly faith-driven, and they're promoting them. It's fantastic.
Yeah, Jesus Revolution, I'd forgotten about that one when I was putting down some that I'd thought of, because that, again, I liked Jesus Revolution because it didn't hide the dark parts either. It didn't hide some of the sad parts of that story. And I think for non-Christian people, they don't want to see a glamorized version of Christianity or faith. They want to see real.
Yeah.
But what we've got to promote to them is, people are fallible. We're all fallible, but Jesus is the one that we're pointing to. So I really did like that movie as well. We've seen that what has risen to be enormous, and that is the whole Chosen series, which started really as sort of a small sort of project, a sort of almost a backyard project, but it was very good right from the start. But it's gotten huge, and that has been in the cinemas as well. I think you've been part of that, and on your Facebook, I'm not stalking you, I promise, Bill, but on your Facebook, I saw that you'd actually visited the Chosen set. Just tell us a little bit about that, and talk to us a little bit about Chosen.
Yeah, it's, the Chosen. There's certain projects that God has put in this time and place, and that the Chosen is one of them. We are at a conference at the moment, and I was speaking to someone yesterday. He was at his church on the weekend, and they had a new Christians lunch, and he met a guy there who became a Christian because he found the Chosen on Prime. And that is a story that we have heard countless times around the country, of people stumbling onto it, drug addicts stumbling onto it on Netflix and giving their lives to Christ and changing their lives around. And it's just been the most journey to part of that chosen world. So, yes, I had the chance to be over there a couple of months ago, which was incredible. It was bigger and crazier than I ever expected. And so we had a chance to sit down in some of those stages that you would see in season 5, if you've seen season 5 at the moment. So the Last Supper table, the Phoebe's house, where Jesus and Judas sat down at the table and had the discussion with Judas, asking Jesus to step up and do what Judas wanted him to do. Just heartbreaking scenes. I hope I'm not ruining it for anyone, but if you haven't seen season 5, there's a scene where the ladies and Jesus are sitting down at a table and they're talking about it would have been enough, and just walking through that area, and just the beautiful scenes that have come from it. The moving scenes have been incredible, and even Dallas sharing with us, just as they were filming season 6, 2 more of the cast gave their lives to Jesus, and so just incredible storylines everywhere. If I can share with you, actually, we had our team from, I think it was Romania, was on set as well. And one of them happened to be in London, and his wife said, wear a Chosen hoodie that day. And so he wears a Chosen hoodie, and a guy sees him who had been watching The Chosen online, was nothing to do with the church, but recognized the logo, and he was able to speak to him about The Chosen. He gave his life to the Lord and got connected with the church because God's good. So, that is an incredible project.
So amazing. We've only got a couple of minutes left, so I'm going to sort of start wrapping it up. But really grateful to you, Bill, especially taking time from your conference. But also just grateful to you for your investment in this, because I think it is really important. It's such a difference when we see a Christian bringing films of faith and deciding what films to be of faith. Because when we see a secular attempt at a faith movie, do you remember the movie Noah? Like, how bad was that? So
yes.
bad. Like, so we see the difference between, when you're bringing something out as, like, even at the Amazing Grace movie, that was a fabulous movie, and Chosen, I know, has been in the theatres as well. So what you're actually bringing out, and your determination to bring out ones that will point to Jesus, just so grateful. The Unsung Hero stuff, was that you too? Did you promote the Unsung Hero? Yeah. That again was really great. And I think the drummer boy for King of Country is going to be big as well. So, Bill, really grateful to you. What would be your encouragement to people listening about faith films?
My encouragement would be, you might have thought faith films were cringy in the past. They're not anymore. We love that they're in cinemas because it's an easy invite to your friends, to your family, to your neighbours to come along and then have that discussion with them over coffee later on. See what they think about it. Introduce them to faith through these options. It's an easy option to invite someone to a movie. So get out there and support them. And thank you for what you've done for us so far. Yeah, and if you go to the theatre to watch a faith film, then you're actually encouraging the theatre themselves to continue to do it. So I really encourage you to as well. Bill, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.